A 7 Action News investigation is getting results less than a month after our report about the lack of social media policies in many public school districts. New legislation one step closer to changing that.
Joanne Purton spent the morning in Lansing at the state capitol, and she has our Action News update.
We watched as Representative Adam Zemke made the rounds on the House floor, seeking co-sponsors for his bill.
We also have the chair of the Education Committee as a co-sponsor, so I think that's a pretty good sign.
It's one-page legislation that requires school districts to have a policy in place that governs social media interaction between staff and students. He drafted the bill after an Action News investigation found nearly half of school districts in our 5 biggest counties don't have a specific policy in place.
When I read off the number of 44% of districts that don't have a policy on the books, they were very surprised.
Troubling when you consider the growing number of cases nationwide we've seen of inappropriate relationships between school staff and students that often include private interaction on social media. Terry Abbott is a former chief of staff at the U.S. Department of Education and one of the nation's leading experts on the topic.
The secrecy is the part that has to stop. You eliminate the secrecy, you eliminate the problem, at least on that regarding social media.
Macomb County Prosecutor Eric Smith's office has tried many of these cases.
Communications in those days were formal, they were public, and they were slow. And nowadays, with social media, communication can be private and very fast and accelerates relationships very quickly.
Back on the House floor, Republican Representative Jason Shepard from the Monroe area signed on as a co-sponsor, saying as technology and times change, providing parameters and guidelines for parents, teachers, and students is important.
It's a safety and protection issue that I believe is important.
It appears this is a bipartisan issue.
It definitely is, and it's definitely something that's needed, and I feel that the safety of our classrooms and our schools is vitally important going forward, and social media has become one of those issues that we have to monitor.
Representative Zemke's bill does not tell districts what their policy should be, just that they need to have one. It would need to be posted online where all parents could access it. You've had a pretty successful morning.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I think we've got about 25 co-sponsors in addition to my primary sponsorship. We did that in about 25 minutes. So this is clearly an issue that resonates with both Democrats and Republicans.
With a bill and list of co-sponsors in hand, Representative Zemke hand-delivered it to the office that gets the legislative process rolling. The legislation will be officially introduced on the House floor tomorrow morning and referred likely to the Education Committee. If it continues to receive the broad bipartisan support that he expects, Representative Zemke says he expects this may be law by late fall. In Lansing, I'm Joanne Purton, 7 Action News.